What's up, everybody? This is my recap of UFC 262. Obviously, Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira. It was a fucking amazing event. I didn't watch it live. I had to work today, so obviously I can't stay up late. Got to go in at 6 a.m. and fucking, make that money, you know what I'm saying? But it was an amazing event. The little bit that I did get to watch, basically until I had to go to sleep like at 9. I was watching all the fights pretty much live. I was getting the shitty replays on YouTube, obviously, so they weren't like live as they happened, but they were uploading them almost instantly. Shout out to those fucking Russian channels that be uploading fights and shit. But anyways, yeah, the last fight that I got to watch before I went to sleep was Shane Burgos versus Edson Barbosa. And then today in the morning, I watched Oliveira Chandler and Tony versus Dariush. And all those fights were amazing. I also watched Shevchenko get fucking triangle armbarred by Andrea Lee. That was fucking sick. It's sad that Antonina Shevchenko is kind of like in the shadow of her younger sister. That's crazy. But yeah, not much to say there. Jacare got submitted by, I think his name is Andre Muniz. I probably got that wrong, but yeah, supposedly Muniz is a great grappler, so yeah, that's good for him. I mean, Jacare's on the tail end of his career. That's not really much to say there. So yeah, KGB, I think that's Andrea Lee's nickname. KGB, I think that's what it is. Yeah, she got an amazing win. I think it was mounted too. That was the crazy part. Like, it was a mounted triangle armbar, which is pretty sick. The way she set it up. Because I mean, she was looking for it. I don't remember exactly how the whole fight played out. I just remember the submission. But yeah, that's the little bits I remember from before Shane Burgos versus Edson Barbosa, because that was really like the fight. I was like, holy shit, this is an amazing fight. Going into it, I was like, I mean, it'll probably be good, but I didn't really know what to expect. I don't know Shane Burgos that well. Obviously, I know Edson from his performances at lightweight, but I haven't seen him at featherweight. I haven't watched a fight of his at featherweight. But I've seen like clips here and there. I know he gets a little bit more gassed easier, and I think you kind of saw that at the start of this fight. But dude, this fucking fight was insane. If y'all didn't see Edson Barbosa versus Shane Burgos yesterday or today, y'all have to see it, like a replay or clips or anything, bro, because it was fucking from the start like fireworks. Fucking Edson Barbosa came out hard. Fucking leg kicks. Fucking kicking like a donkey, you know what I'm saying? He's fucking kicking hard. Fucking with it on his right leg, obviously, to Burgos' left leg. Like right from the start, like 5 seconds in, he threw a leg kick, and he just kept chopping at it. And Burgos was doing good with his boxing. He was landing some good left hooks to the body. But really, I think it was Barbosa's fight for most of the beginning. I think Burgos had his moments. I'm trying to recollect the fight because I just remember in like pieces. It's kind of hard to remember a whole fight, especially when you're like commentating on it and shit. But I know Edson. Let me see what stands out to me is Edson. I don't know, mostly the kicks and the boxing of Burgos, and then his spinning kicks, bro. The fucking spinning kicks from Edson were like fucking classic Edson Barbosa. Like, holy shit. And I was like, god damn, this is what I want to fucking see. This is what we pay money for. Well, I didn't pay money, but you know what I mean. I was like, holy shit. Dude, I need to get like 5 UFC fight pass so I could rewatch that fight, because it was fucking nuts. Dude, I think Barbosa landed like three or four spinning back kicks. And I was like, holy shit, you could see like a big ass red circle on the fucking right side of Shane Burgos' body. And dude, that looked like it fucking hurt. After the first one, it got marked up, and he landed a few more. The first spinning back kick kind of like grazed him. I don't know if it hit him like flush, but the second one, like, dude, and the one after that, I was like, holy fuck. I don't know how Burgos is still standing. After the second one, I would have probably been on the fucking floor. But Burgos, he had a good ass poker face, because he looked like it didn't affect him at all. He was fucking still coming forward, still fighting and shit. And then it went into the second round, and I forgot exactly how the fight ended, but I know Barbosa landed a strike, and then Burgos kind of he just stepped back, like, you know, he was still in his fight stance. He was like ready to fight, and then all of a sudden his like eyes roll back and he fucking falls back, and everybody's like, what the fuck happened? It's like a delayed reaction. Like, he reacted like 2 seconds after he got hit by Barbosa's punch or whatever. I think it was a punch, but I'm not exactly sure. But oh yeah, and then Barbosa's right leg got fucking split open on the shin from kicking fucking Burgos' leg so much. Like, holy shit. I guess one of the kicks got checked and it fucking split open his shin. So it was like dripping blood all over his foot into the second round. Well, I think they cleaned it up in the second round, but at the end of the first, it was kind of dripping all over his foot. But anyways, he was still coming hard with the leg kicks. But yeah, bro, I hope Burgos is okay, because that was a really weird knockout. Like, I mean, it looked like he got knocked out, right? Like a regular knockout, but it was seconds, but it was delayed. That was the scary part, that it was after a punch and then he fell. But I think a lot of people are making like a big deal out of it, but I think it was just the accumulation of body shots. You know, like maybe he like took the punch, had a second to step back, and in that second he like felt all the pain of the body shots at once. I think that's what happened, because I mean, he didn't react to the body shots at all, like nothing. I was like, holy fuck. Like, I mean, just like a left hook or something right into the body would hurt you, but a fucking spinning back kick like flush where it marked up, you know, wherever you got hit, that has to hurt. So yeah, I think it was just body damage, like an accumulation of damage, you know, that caused him to get kind of knocked out, you know, knocked out, air quotes, because I don't think he was like out unconscious, but I don't know. I'd have to watch like a replay, like a good quality replay. All the ones I watched are shit. But yeah, I hope Burgos is okay, and glad to see Barbosa back. I don't know if this is his first win at featherweight. I don't remember. I think he's lost one or two. I don't know. I'd have to check up on that. Y'all let me know. But yeah, glad to see Barbosa back in the win column, like with the classic striking techniques, fucking leg kick, spinning back kick. Like, holy shit, that shit was impressive. I was like, god damn. And he did look like he was fading fast. So I was expecting Burgos to come on strong in the later rounds, you know, round 2, round 3. But obviously Barbosa got it done. So yeah, shout out to him. Glad to see him back. Let's move on to the next thing. Tony versus Dariush. I don't have any notes for this, but I watched that fight today in the morning. Obviously, like I said, I was in bed when it happened, so I didn't get to see it live or when it happened. But damn, it hurts to see Tony get so many losses, bro. Like, fuck. I was a huge Tony fan. Like, let's see, after which win? Like, before the Pettis fight, who did he beat before Pettis? Cerrone? No, that was after Pettis, I think. Was it Kevin? No, I don't remember. But I became a fan of Tony like around the time he got his injury from the wire. There we go. I guess after winning the belt, the interim belt, and then he got stripped due to the wire thing. Yeah, right. After beating Kevin Lee. But anyways, yeah. I mean, we're all fans of Tony. It's not a fucking. I'm not alone here. I know you motherfuckers are on the same page. But yeah, it hurts to see Tony get so many losses. If y'all don't know, he lost over 3 rounds to Beneil Dariush. He just got out wrestled, basically out grappled. Yeah, out grappled, I should say, not out wrestled, because I mean, yeah, he was getting taken down and shit, but he was also, I believe in the second round, Beneil Dariush locked up a fucking a heel hook. Well, Joe Rogan said it was a heel hook. I thought it was like, when I saw it, I thought it was like a toe hold, but I'm not like a fucking jiu-jitsu expert, so I'm gonna trust Joe and say it was a heel hook. But dude, that shit looked fucking nasty. Like, holy shit. Tony Ferguson's a fucking G for not tapping, bro. I don't know how even DC was like, I don't know how the fuck this man didn't tap. Beneil said it himself. He, in the post-fight interview, he said, I heard his knee pop. I don't know how Tony didn't tap, because that shit was fucking loud. So and I guess that's how Tony got out, whenever it popped, and Beneil tried to readjust it to you know, apply the hold tighter. Tony got out, and you know, the fight kept going. But I mean, that was in the second round, and after that, bro, Tony was basically out. Like, his leg was compromised. You know, if your leg is out, you don't have a base to stand on. And it's fucking, I mean, his ankle was fucked up. Dana White said his ankle was like the size of a golf ball or a baseball or something like that. So yeah, I mean, that's crazy. If you don't got any feet to stand on, you can't really fight, you know what I mean? So I mean, but even in the first round, I mean, Tony got taken down and Beneil was just kind of having his way with them. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Tony, I don't want to say he's been lucky on his win streak, but you know, his best attributes are his durability, like his chin, and his cardio. So, for example, after the Gaethje fight, Gaethje was fucking breathing hard in the post-fight interview, and then fucking Tony, he's just chilling, like he just got out of bed, or I don't know, you know what I mean? But so that's why I think I've heard other people say this, but he's kind of like the third Diaz brother, right? Because he beats people, not through like pure technical ability, but mostly by wearing them down, right? He doesn't get knocked out, he doesn't get tired, so he just keeps on coming, and he beats you eventually, right? However it goes. Usually it's by, you know, Darce choke. Oh, he attempted one, by the way. Tony attempted a Darce choke, but it didn't really it didn't ever look like it was in too deep. Maybe at first, but Beneil kind of loosened it up a little bit, and he got out pretty easy. But yeah, like I was saying, Tony's kind of like the third Diaz brother. You know, he just wears you out, and I think as you get closer to the top of the division, I think it's just less likely that things like that happen. So it's more about technical ability, not getting hit, defense, you know, preventing the takedowns. Because Tony, I don't know if Tony doesn't have or doesn't like preventing takedowns, or I don't know, but it's almost like he likes getting taken down, you know? Because, you know, against Kevin Lee, he oh my god, I'm lost for words. Against Kevin Lee, he submitted him off his back. That's what I'm trying to say, submit. I fucking lost the word. But anyways, and against somebody else, he submitted off his back. But yeah, he likes doing that shit off his back. Whenever he does submissions, Eddie Bravo said it. He was like, Tony doesn't take people down. He lets people take him down, and then he goes for the submission. So he puts in a Darce or whatever, or a triangle or whatever it is he needs to do to get the win. So I don't know. I think that's kind of a flaw in his game, that he lets people take him down. Because I mean, if it's fine being on the bottom when you can get the submission, but what happens when you don't? You know, you lose the fight because you got taken down, and you know, even if you just lay and pray, they're beating you, right? I mean, they're on top. They have mount, or even if they're in your guard, they're still raining shots down on you. That's still the better position, right? Other, you know, being on the bottom and just attempting submissions isn't really damage. Being on the top and landing shots is. So that's all I gotta say about the Tony fight. Beneil just beat him up over 3 rounds, and honestly, that heel hook was pretty impressive. So shout out to Dariush for that. And then he had a pretty cool post-fight interview. He was like, against Marxism or some shit. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. Fuck Marxism. I say shit. Nah, let me not make this political, but yeah, that was pretty cool to hear. And then it sounded like he wanted to take some time off for his daughter, because it's obviously his wife was pregnant, if y'all were watching Embedded. And I think he said she's gonna deliver in like the next month, so he wants to take like a year off. So which is crazy, because he said he wanted a #1 contender fight, but he's gonna take a year off. Like, how does that work? So we probably won't see him for a while, but when he comes back, he'll probably be fighting a top 5 or something like that. You know, maybe a couple shots away from the title, maybe not one shot and then the title, but I guess it depends on how the lightweight picture looks like whenever he comes back. That's all I gotta say there. So finally, obviously the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Okay, so yesterday I gave my prediction, right, for the fight, and I was like, Chandler's gonna win by knockout. Well, obviously I look fucking retarded, because Oliveira won by knockout in the second round. I think it was like 15 seconds into the second round. So I apologize to everybody who took my advice as betting advice, which you never should, by the way. I'm a fucking horrible gambler. I fucking lost a shitload of money. Well, I mean, I don't know, like hundreds of dollars. It's not, I guess to some people that's not a shitload of money, but to me it is, bro. I'm fucking broke. I'm sure mostly I'll probably like $100. That's a shitload of money. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is don't take my advice, all right? But yeah, I mean, Chandler came out, he did exactly what I expected him to do, you know, what we all expected him to do. Go in, come out aggressive, fucking land punches, Sorry, let me move this shit. Come out aggressive, you know, land overhands and shit. And he did. He was doing good. He had Oliveira rocked in the first round. Although I think, if I remember correctly, the fight opened up with Oliveira taking Chandler down. And then Chandler attempted a guillotine. And then I don't know how he got up, but he got up. And then a little bit into the round, Chandler's landing shots. He got Oliveira down. He's trying to finish. Oliveira kind of scrambles away. And then I think the round just ends there. I don't remember exactly how it ended, but round 2 comes out. And then Oliveira comes on the offensive, aggressive. He goes, you know, striking obviously with the boxing, and then he lands like a left hook, I think it is, and it fucking drops Chandler, and then he just pounces on him, and fucking the fight's over. And that's it. Oliveira's the new lightweight champion. I mean, it's good to see, you know. I'm happy to see him be the champion after so many years, 28 fights in the UFC. From lightweight to featherweight and back to lightweight, you know, started when the featherweight division didn't even exist whenever he started, and then he went down to that. Fucking the women's divisions weren't even around during that time. So to see him fighting for so long and finally get that belt, and he looked so happy in the post-fight interview and in the backstage doing his interview. He was fucking smiling so hard. I'm glad he got his teeth done so we can see them pearly whites, you know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, I was happy for him. I mean, it's hard not to be happy for. How can you not be happy for him? He's been in it for so long, grinding so hard. So I'm glad he got that win. Obviously, sucks for Chandler, but you know, what can you do? It's a title fight. Somebody's got to lose, right? But I mean, Chandler did good. It's not like, I think for Chandler, the kind of I don't know how to say it, like the good part in the loss, there's always something good from the loss, right? I think the good part for him, at least, was that he can say now for sure that he deserved to be in the title fight, because he put up a hell of a fight, and he was like probably moments away from winning the belt in the first round. Because I mean, he had Oliveira on skate. Well, I don't know about on skates, but he was close to being out, right? I mean, a few more punches unanswered, and he would have won the belt. So I mean, Chandler's deserving to be up there in the top 5. You know, Tony saying Chandler has fucking Dana White privilege and shit. I mean, maybe he does, but it's not like he doesn't deserve to be in a title fight, you know? And obviously his next fight isn't going to be a title fight, but I could see him putting on another impressive performance. Let's say he beats Justin Gaethje or something, or somebody like that by knockout, and we could see him back in the title picture. But I'll talk about that in a second, who I think they should fight next. But yeah, shout out to Oliveira. I heard I was watching his post-fight interview, he like dedicated it to the favelas or some shit, because he's like the kid from the favelas. And that's, I don't know, I think that's an inspirational story, and I'm glad to see him at lightweight. And I can't wait to see him defend, bro, like, because I mean, that's the hard part, defending. Obviously, y'all already know how it is. Winning the belt's the easy part. And both of them, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, both of them kind of had easy routes to the top, right? So Oliveira beat Tony. Not saying Tony's an easy fight, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, the names Tony has beat, like Cerrone, Pettis, like Pettis was on his way out, Cerrone's on his way out. Kevin Lee hasn't been around for a while. You know what I mean? I feel like Tony hasn't beat anybody big recently. And so that's all I gotta say, basically. Y'all infer what y'all will about that. And then Chandler, he beat Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker was coming off a loss. So they haven't faced Justin, Tony, McGregor. I guess that's really the 3 names that come to mind when you think of the top 5 lightweights. But I mean, not to say they're not deserving to be in a title fight. I'm just saying, I can't wait to see Oliveira and Chandler versus McGregor, Justin, and Poirier. Because those would be some crazy fights. Either of them in a fucking fight between each other, like, holy shit. So let's talk about the lightweight picture now that we're here. Now that Oliveira has the belt. By the way, before we get to that, I just want to say, I called Oliveira winning the belt back in like October of 2020. Well, I didn't call it per se. I wasn't like, Oliveira's going to win the belt. But me and my friend were arguing about people that are likely to fight for the belt and who might be winning it. And we were saying, oh, maybe McGregor, Poirier, because their rematch, the second fight, right, was about to happen. And so we were like, oh, maybe they'll change that to a title fight, because Khabib had just retired at that time. And I was like, oh, maybe they'll do Tony Chandler, or who knows, right? We were talking about it. And then I was like, well, what if someone comes out of nowhere like Oliveira? And he was like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, you know, like basically saying I was stupid. And I don't remember why I thought of Oliveira. I don't know if he was set to fight Tony at that time, or if they were getting ready to set that up. But yeah, I think Oliveira had just beat Kevin Lee, and I was like, well, Oliveira's coming up. Maybe he'll get a title shot soon. Who knows? And sure enough, he fucking got it. He beat Tony, and then he beat Chandler last night, and I was fucking right. So fuck you, Jordan. I said shit. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I'll put that text up to show you that I called Oliveira winning the belt. I was basically just putting him up there, but I don't think anybody last year around this time would have expected Oliveira to be the champion right now. So anyways, let's talk about the lightweight picture. Oliveira, who's he gonna defend against? Tony. Who's Tony gonna fight? Well, I don't know about Tony, but who is Chandler gonna? That's really the important ones, right? Who's Chandler gonna fight? Who's Oliveira gonna fight? But Neil says he's gonna take some time off for the next year. I don't think I could really consider him in the lightweight picture until then. Tony, I mean, he's probably gonna be fighting someone from 10 to 15. He just lost to number 9, so I mean that only makes sense. Ooh, they should do a rematch between him and Kevin Lee. That would be sick. Imagine that. Kevin Lee comes back. I think Kevin Lee's getting ready to make a comeback. Fucking Tony fight. Oh, that would be a great fight, bro. On a fight night card. Holy shit. Headlining. Yo, Dana White. Make it happen. I said shit. But make it happen, Dana. I fucking got the quote wrong. God damn it. But anyways, let's see. Oliveira. I think Oliveira should fight either the winner of Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor, or Justin Gaethje. But no, I think he should fight Dustin Poirier versus McGregor winner, because they're probably more deserving of it. They're more active. Justin hasn't fought since, I don't know, when was his fight with Khabib? Yeah, like a year ago, like September 2020 or October 2020, I don't remember. Yeah, October 2020. So it's almost been a year since Gaethje fought. I mean, he's been inactive. If he took another fight and he said he deserved the title shot, like, you're coming off a loss, bro. What are you saying? But I guess I could see what he was trying to say. But if you're coming off a loss, you can't say you deserve to be the champion, right? You're not the best if you just lost. But he has to get a fight and get back in order to get a title shot. So really, Dustin versus McGregor winner. The Dustin versus McGregor winner would be the only option for the title shot. Let's see, they could do Justin versus somebody else for the title, but I don't think so. Maybe if they did Justin versus Dariush, but Dariush already said he doesn't want to fight. If he did want to fight, that could be a number 1 contender fight. But he doesn't. He already said he doesn't want to, so that's not gonna happen. And I don't know who else is in the top 5 at lightweight. I think it's them. I think it's Oliveira, Chandler, McGregor, Poirier, Justin. So those are the names I'm considering. And now probably number 6 is going to be Dariush. I don't know who it is right now. RDA is number 7. So maybe they could do RDA versus... Oh, that would be fun. RDA versus Justin Gaethje. For the number 1 contender spot. Oh, or Chandler. What am I saying? No, they should do Chandler versus Justin. Yeah, so Oliveira should fight the winner of Justin Gaethje. I mean, what am I saying? Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor, right? Whoever wins that gets the title shot becomes the number 1 contender. Because I think Poirier is number 2, McGregor's number 6. It makes sense. And then Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler for the number 1 contender spot after them. Dude, because it would be around the same time. I mean, let's say Chandler needs like 6 months to recover for another fight. McGregor Poirier, the winner, fights for the belt in another 6 months. So you could do another thing where Oliveira versus, let's say Poirier wins, we could do Oliveira Poirier on the main card, McGregor Chandler on the undercard. Dude, let's fucking go. That would be sick. But yeah, that's basically how I see it. That's how the lightweight title picture should go. Wait, what did I say? McGregor versus Chandler? No, I meant Justin versus Chandler. No, McGregor shouldn't have a number 1 contender fight after this. I mean, although you never know. The UFC likes to throw, softballs to McGregor. You know what I'm saying? He really got that Dana White privilege. But so yeah, I guess you could see McGregor versus Chandler in the near future, but I don't think so. I think it'll be Justin versus Chandler. and then Oliveira versus Poirier or McGregor, and then the loser of that fight. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they'll do the loser of that fight versus Chandler. So if McGregor loses, he'll fight Chandler. If Poirier loses, he'll fight Chandler. So yeah, winner of the fight definitely has to fight for the belt. I think that's the only thing that makes sense. It wouldn't make sense in any world for Gaethje to fight for the belt unless he gets another win. And I mean, who else would he fight other than Chandler? And I mean, he's not. I don't think he's gonna take a fight versus Chandler and then take a fight versus Oliveira in 6 months or whatever. I don't think Chandler would take a fight in 6 months. You know what I mean? But so yeah. Winner of Poirier McGregor. I'm fucking repeating myself at this point, god damn it. So winner of Poirier McGregor fights for the belt, and Chandler either fights the loser or fights Justin Gaethje. And then everyone else can kind of figure themselves out from there. Maybe the leftover, so let's say the leftover person is Justin Gaethje. He can fight RDA for, the number 2 spot or whatever. Because I don't know who RDA beat to get number 7. I don't remember. But I don't know. I feel like he could cause some damage at lightweight too. He's still got a good run in him. So like Cerrone does. Like I'm saying Cerrone at lightweight, bro. He's still got a good run in him. I don't know why people are counting him out. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got from my post-fight reactions. That's my little bit of matchmaking. Or maybe Tony Ferguson versus RDA. But I don't think so. Tony's ranked too low probably at this point for RDA to care. But yeah, so I'll move on from my reactions. That's what I thought of the fight. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of the card. I thought it was fucking amazing, dude. Like, holy shit. I wish I would have watched it live, like at a sports bar or some shit. But I didn't have anybody to go to it with. So I don't know. Maybe next time I'll go by myself. Shit, who cares? Or maybe one of y'all. Shit, if you're in Dallas, Texas, hit me up. I said shit. But anyways, there's one thing I wanted to cover, and this will be it for this video. This is just reactions to the fight, but I did want to cover one piece of news that came out yesterday, late yesterday, like right before the card started, and it was the fact that GSP and De La Hoya, Oscar De La Hoya, were linked to a fight in a boxing match for Triller, obviously Jake Paul's company, right, the one that did him versus Ben Askren. And so supposedly they were gonna have a boxing match on Triller, but Dana White, or the UFC, said that he was still under contract. GSP obviously said that GSP was still under contract, and so he couldn't do a boxing match. And so basically De La Hoya and the head of Triller were basically going at Dana like, oh, why won't you let your fighter make money, all this shit. And I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like, GSP's retired, bro. He's not gonna come back to the UFC. Just let him go from his contract. Just let him take a boxing match, make his money, you know what I'm saying? Fight a legend like De La Hoya. I mean, I know he's out of his prime. Obviously, he's like 48. But I mean, still, it's a fucking boxing match. Let GSP do his thing, you know? Be a combat sports legend. Make his millions or whatever. I'm sure he's going to get paid a good... fucking Jake Paul and Ben Askren. Ben Askren think made like $500,000. Come on. You think GSP isn't going to make $500,000 fighting De La Hoya? Yeah, right. But anyways... So I was wondering about this going into the fights last night. I was like, what did Dana White, like, I don't know, why doesn't Dana White want GSP to fight? Or is it really up to him? You know, I don't know. Because that's what they're claiming, right? That Dana White doesn't want GSP to box. That he's, you know, like hanging the contract over GSP and Triller so that they won't create the fight. You know what I mean? Sorry. But so what was I saying? So yesterday a reporter asked Dana White a question like, hey, I forgot exactly what they asked. Like, he was saying, hey, the Triller guys were trying to set up GSP versus De La Hoya, and they were saying you were the reason they couldn't do it. And so Dana White was like, yo, I want these fucking weirdos to stop calling me, to stay out of my business. If you want to do boxing and that shit, y'all go do it. But he basically avoided the question, you know, typical Dana White. By the way, I love when Dana White gets mad. Like, this is the time where I would love Ariel to be in the fucking press conference, because he would fucking press on this. This is like a good question that he would press on. And this is some shit, you know, I don't know. I like Ariel because he asks hard questions. You know, he ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was crying that one time on TV, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he asks the real hard questions that nobody wants to ask. And, you know, if I was that reporter to ask him, I would be like, okay, so did you or did you not prevent GSP from making millions in a boxing match? Or maybe not, that's probably a bad way to word it. I should say, did you or did you not prevent GSP from taking a boxing match with De La Hoya, right? Because that's a yes or no question. Yes, I prevented him from taking the fight, or no, I didn't prevent him from taking the fight. They can do it, you know? Because that's basically, you know, he's admitting guilt, right? Obviously, if he says, yeah, I prevented GSP from taking the fight, but he didn't answer the question. He just said, tell those guys to stop calling me. I don't want to be involved. And he didn't answer if GSP couldn't fight because of him. So now I'm confused. Like, can GSP box or can he not? Because he makes it sounds like he can, but we know they would do it if he could. So why don't they do it? So it's probably because the UFC contract is still active and GSP is kind of held under that. So I thought that was kind of fucked up. That's like a roundabout answer by Dana White, and obviously he doesn't want GSP to make that money. And I know if Dana saw this video, shout out to Dana, but I know he's not gonna see it obviously, but if he saw this video, he'd probably be like, no, GSP gonna make your money. When did I say I didn't want GSP to fight in boxing? I'd be like, okay, well then just release him from his UFC contract. But he's not gonna do that, right? Obviously he wants GSP under contract in the case that he comes back. And also, if you retire in MMA, doesn't that like nullify your contract? Like, I guess not, right? Because fucking GSP is under contract, he's retired. So I don't know, if you're like 50 years old, you want to do a comeback MMA fight, it has to be in the UFC, like you're under contract still. I don't know. Like, what if he wants to do a Legends fight with Tyron Woodley on like another promotion? Like, he can't because he's fucking, well, I guess, I mean, that makes sense because then you could retire, or like quote unquote retire, and then unretire in another promotion, you know what I mean? But I don't know, to get out of your contract. So I don't know exactly how that works, but it seems like Dana White is holding GSP under contract because he doesn't want him to box, but he doesn't want to say it, obviously, because he's gonna sound like a bitch. Like, yo, why don't you let GSP box? Like, he's like, oh yeah, I have him under contract, I don't want him to box. That's fucked up. Like, why would you do that? So anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think of that. It seems like Dana doesn't want GSP to box, but I don't know, that would have been sick. I want to see GSP in a boxing match. Well, not that I want to see him, but it'd be cool to see him versus an old De La Hoya. I'd say he'd probably beat him up, you know, Superman jab his ass. I'll say that shit. No, but yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of that. And that's pretty much it. I don't got anything else to cover. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of the card. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of my post-fight coverage, if it was shit, if y'all agree, or if y'all, I don't know. Yeah, just let me know what y'all think. But all right, I'll see you guys later.